นะคะเราก็จะได้พบกับผู้เชี่ยวชาญจากหลากหลายองค์กรเลยทีเดียวค่ะที่จะมาร่วมแลกเปลี่ยนมุมมองในหัวข้อ Stablecoins as the Bedrock of Web3 and Real World Adoption หรือ Stablecoin รากฐานสำคัญของการใช้งานจริงในโลก Web3 ค่ะ This discussion will explore how stablecoin bridge traditional finance and Web3, driving real-world use case across industry. Please give a warm round of applause to our speaker ค่ะคุณ Queenie Lee Regional Expansion Lead Apex Tether คุณอภินันท์ดาบเพชรกรรมการผู้จัดการบริษัท Exenbit จำกัดคุณธนวินรัตน์เมธา Deputy Chief Executive Officer จาก J Venture และโมเดเลเตอร์ของเราค่ะคุณกสิดิตวีรศิริ Co-founder จาก Enter to Start ค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือให้กับแขกรับเชิญบนเซสชันนี้ของเราด้วยค่ะ
ฮัลโหลสวัสดีครับก็ยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่เรียกว่าเซสชั่นแรกนะครับของแรกของในงานวันนี้นะครับก็ยินดีต้อนรับทุกท่านที่มาร่วมงานกันนะครับก็พาเนลนี้จะเป็นภาษาอังกฤษก็หากท่านใดมีความสงสัยฟังอะไรไม่ทันยังไงเดี๋ยวผมก็จะขออนุญาตคุยกันที่หลังได้เดี๋ยวเล่าให้ฟังกันได้นะครับก็ Sir this session will be in English so if you don't understand anything you can ask me later or you can ask me or the speaker right here okay so let me introduce myself a little bit. I'm Kasidit Virasiri. I'm the co-founder of Enter to Start and Pad Thai. As a real-world adoption, our session will be about 30 minutes and discussing about the future of technology that's gonna transform the global financial system, which is a stablecoin. Today we have 3 speakers, and maybe we can let them come up. So can we have some applause for them? The first one, Queenie Lee, Regional Lead APAC from Tether, the issuer of USDT, the world's largest stablecoin with nearly 70% market share. The second one, Kun Apinan Dapet Dara, Managing Director from Exenbit, pioneer of Thai baht stablecoins under the Bank of Thailand Sandbox, the programmable money. And the third one is Kun Thanawin Ratanamitha, Deputy CEO from J Venture, building up the blockchain infrastructure through JFins. So I think everyone is ready. So let's get in. We have a little bit of short time. So the first question will be about the growth driver of their stablecoin. Like for the past 2 and 3 years, we have seen that the transaction from stablecoin growing from like 120 billions into like almost 300 billions. And we can see more use case every day from back then, 8 or 9 years ago. It's just a unit that we value for the Bitcoin or Ethereum or something like that. But for today, the stablecoins have much more use case. Let me ask Miss Queenie, what is the growth driver that you can see making the stablecoin to become like this today?
Thank you so much for having me today. Again, my name is Queenie, and I'm currently the Regional Expansion Lead for APAC at Tether, the world's largest stablecoin issuer of USDT. Currently, we have about more than 180 billion market cap for USDT. And to answer your questions, I think that for the last 2-3 years, we do see that stablecoin has gone from the niche trading tool to become one of the most widely used digital assets on the planet. So I think there are a few reasons for that growth. First, I think it's all about utility. So stablecoins is finding their market fit in other real-world use case, for example, cross-border payments, settlement, payroll, or even e-commerce. So we have seen like globally the stablecoin transactions has exceeded $10 trillion per year, and APAC is leading the charge, responsible for 1/3 of the global on-chain volume for stablecoin. Second, I think the reason is speed and cost. For many countries, sending money through banks can take days, and the cost is up to 8%. However, transfer with stablecoin like USDT can actually reduce a lot of cost to a few cents, and it arrives in minutes. So I think it's the real world efficiency here. So I think the third reason that I would like to mention is about interoperability. So I think thanks to blockchain, programmable payment is now possible. The payment can be settled automatically when a certain condition is met. And we have seen that in a lot of use cases, for example, supply chain payments, escrow services, and even the yield distribution for DeFi users. And last but not least, I think it's all about transparency and trust that can really help to bring stablecoin to the point where we are today. Regulations come in, require a lot of stablecoin issuers like fully back, sharing the real-time reserve data, which we are currently doing as a Tether, regularly audited by BDO. That's what we're currently doing. And it really helps to give like retail users, businesses, and government to have more confidence in using stablecoin as part of their financial stack. So put in all of that in mind, so I think it's no surprise to see why stablecoin has become one of the like backbone for the new digital asset economy.
Yeah, thank you, Queenie. Like she said, everything's happened because of the efficiency and everything that stablecoin is making sense. So why won't we use it, right? And maybe another, the same question for Kun Apinan. What do you see, like, what is the driver, especially in Thailand, you can see that we are having more regulatory approval for Thai baht stablecoin. What would be the driver that you can see?
Right, so I think the driver on the global scale is the institutional trust on holding a token, right? On a public chain like Ethereum, right? Before on the TradFi, we work like T+1, T+2, T+3 settlement, right? Because even if we get a coin, we need to off-ramp a coin into a bank account. That's why it counts. But now people meaning institutions are starting to accept that getting one tether on their controlled multi-sig address, that's good enough equivalent of holding $1, right? No off-ramp, no on-ramp needed. So that's where the true real-time settlement counts. Yeah, the trust in the coin and the trust in the underlying Ethereum chain, that's why I think the main driver, right? Now onto the Thai scale, I would have a little slide here that we want to take this adoption from a global level to a local level. That is why we are entering in the sandbox to test this service for the Thai public. So it's not a stable coin, it's the programmable payment token. Yes. Not a stable coin yet. Allow for only limited user. And can I get that slide? Yeah. So with this, we are carefully testing on that having 1 baht in True Money wallet, which is our regulated e-wallet. 1 baht in True Money is 1 real baht. And I am also responsible for the True Money wallet app, which is my one hat that I have been building for 10 years. Now, in the past 2 years, we have branched, see the vision onto the blockchain. So we have Ascendbit, which is the blockchain CP Group blockchain company, and the implementer and issuing of the Thai Baht True Money or THBT token, right? So customers can go on to TrueMoney wallet and link their non-custodial let's say MetaMask wallet, and they can mint one-to-one, take 1 baht from TrueMoney wallet and mint 1 THBT token, right? And this is not our internal chain token. It's a token on base chain. And in the future, we would bridge it to other chain, whether it's like Tron chain or Ethereum chain or local JFIN chain. But that's the idea in the future, right? So customers can use this THBT token to transfer to their friends who are also in the regulatory sandbox, or buy from we create a marketplace. Let's say like an OpenSea kind of thing. THBT store, buy digital coupons and this and that. And also, what's the point of holding a token if it cannot be swapped out? We also create BahtSwap, BahtSwap.net. Underlying is Uniswap v4. We essentially created a regulated DEX and pair the THBT token with USDT, our partner. So customers can swap back and forth and use USDT in other on-chain activities. So overall, the local vision for the local stablecoin is that to create a local regulated programmable payment token and one-to-one mint and redeem, and have a stores on-chain and can swap to other tokens.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Anything would you like to add, Kun Thanawin, on the driver and the growth that you can see as a J venture and like JFIN developers?
Okay, thank you ครับก็ and I think our use case on the Thai programmable payment that we using just like True Money did, like but we are THBK and JFIN and JFIN chain here we have the THBK in our chain. And we should know and might not know that we are in the group of the company called JMark Group. We are the retail and commerce company. We are focusing on how can we using the stablecoin, not the programmable payment. Sorry, they don't like the word stablecoin. So to use in the real business. That's what we are doing. We are not see the THBK or USDT as a digital asset anymore. We see it as the digital finance that it can be export more opportunity on the business in the future. I mean like in the near future. For example, like in our group, we are a commerce and financial company. We have a lot of financial products, like for example, the loan and everything. And when we see the programmable payment coming, the Thai baht that can program something into the smart contracts. We see a lot of opportunity that we can create the new whole things of the lending that we can provide the benefit more to the customer. Like for example, like we can see the huge opportunity on the P2P lending, a lot of opportunity on that. But USDT, they already have it, but we are really exciting on the Thai baht, right? And we can see a lot of opportunity on the alternative credit scoring also. Like today, you guys have to check the scoring on the NCB and sort of stuff, right? When you like to do the loan, the mortgage loan or the personal loan. But if you have the programmable payment, that stable coin like this, it can change the opportunity on see the future of the credit scoring also. That's what we are focusing right now.
Yeah, thank you, Kun Thanadet. Maybe come to the next question. I would like to ask Queenie, as a theater, what do you see in Southeast Asia or Asia Pacific in general that I think our region have some uniqueness, and we have a lot of people that have a debasement on their currency and everything. What do you see the application or what's happened with the use of the USDT or stablecoin in general? What is the application of it?
Yes, for me, it's always the most exciting questions to talk about. So like I mentioned, Asia Pacific and especially Southeast Asia is driving is always in the forefront in terms of crypto adoption. In our region, we have some uniqueness, like you mentioned, in order to really help to push that adoption. So very first thing that I would like to mention is QR code payment. So the QR code payment penetration in Southeast Asia is very high. So that's create a foundation in order for like programmable money and payment adoption, stablecoin as the settlement layer. So we talk a lot about like cross-border payment. For example, let me take an example of like tourists coming to different countries like in Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines. They can actually easily to spend USDT. Meanwhile, the local merchants receive the local currency or the local stablecoin, local programmable money, like in Thailand, for example. So with the QR code payment, standard QR code payment, so we have that in Vietnam, we have that in Indonesia, in Thailand, we have prompt pay QR code payment. So it makes it easier to adopt. So it doesn't need merchant acquisition anymore, like card system. It doesn't have to instant POS, things like that. And it easily can reach to any merchants locally. So that is the first thing that I would like to mention. There are some countries in Southeast Asia already done it. For example, in Thailand, you have like tourist DigiPay, you have regulatory sandbox practice that True Money is driving. In Singapore, we also have some players like StraightX working with Alipay Plus Network is also driving that adoption. So the second scenario that I would like to mention is remittances. There are a lot of countries in Southeast Asia is ranking high on the global remittances destination. For example, Philippines, Vietnam, all the way rank in top 10 countries that receive the remittances. We have a lot of migrants workers living overseas in Korea, Japan, Taiwan, US, Europe. And there is a strong need for their family to send money back home. With the legacy system, it might take days and the cost is pretty high for a lot of people. So with stablecoin as the settlement layer, it's gonna make it easier for families to send money back home because they don't need a bank account. Some of them doesn't have a full access to international banking system though, because they need to have access to correspondent banking. It is where the FX spread might stack up. So with that being said, they can easily have a wallet with internet connections and they can hold, they can send, they can receive money instantly. So that's is the life-changing. And the last thing that I would like to mention is it's also create a lot of use case for businesses, especially small, medium businesses. So we see a lot of countries with trade deficit situation. It's not easy for them to open a USD account. So normally they have to rely on the counterparty in other financial hub in Hong Kong, Singapore, Dubai that can help them to pay the suppliers in Vietnam, in China, through their USD account. So now with the stablecoin like USDT, they can actually do it more easily to pay the suppliers. So I think it's gonna be a real opportunity there for financial inclusion for everyone, especially in Southeast Asia.
Thank you. For Kun Thanawin, I would like to ask about, as you're from Jeffin Venture and you mentioned earlier in the first answer, I would like to add a little bit more about like what you can see, like what is the pain point in Thailand or of adopting the technology of something like stablecoin or which business that would need to adopt this technology furthermore, maybe in the next 1 or 2 years? Or
Okay. I didn't see it as a pain point. Actually, I see it as an opportunity. But when we have an opportunity, it's always coming with some of difficulty that we have to cross over that. The first thing first is the difficulty. The first thing I think is about understanding. I think right now what we are doing here in Thailand, the THBT, THBK, I don't think they have a very low understand about what we are doing. And everybody keep asking me the funny question that how can the stablecoin replace the Pompeii, which is totally impossible. It's super impossible because Pompeii, they are very huge system that is very good innovation of the financial that Thailand already have right now. But stablecoin, we are not trying to replace it. I think the first thing is we need to give the understand about what exactly stablecoin and programmable money, programmable payment can do a part of replace the Pompeii. That's the first part. The second part I like to say about the pain point on the using it. To make the stablecoin like USDT well known all out, it's about the user understanding also. Are there Thai people going to use the MetaMask? It's almost impossible for the mass adoption, right? But we trying to creating the wallet that much more easy for people who have low technology, especially like low crypto knowledge, to use it as much as possible. So I give the 2 points.
thank you. Okay, so the next question I will go to the risk. I would ask Khun Hapinan about the risk. What do the user need to know? What is the risk that involving in like payment programmable money or like stablecoin in general, like that you can see?
Right. The important question, right? Let me start with it's the morning, right? It's the morning, right? So let me ask the audience in this room, who in here lose money to Terra UST 4 years ago? No need to be shy. Yeah, me. 1, 2, 3. Anyone else in the audience? I think about 1/4 of us in the audience lose quite a bit of money to Terra UST, right? 20% yield, right? Now, more recently, just last week, I deposit a bit to Steam Finance, XUSD. It's not a small stable coin, $500 million market cap, giving 15% yield, right? And last week, turns out the Steam Finance, which I deposit not a bit like $100 in it, yeah. Turns out the guy is a wall, and the most important, the critical part is that it's not on chain. It is a wall that they go and use it to run options trading and trying to do a market neutral on it. So 1 month ago, when there's a black swan with the prices and bunch of like half the crypto people got liquidated, he got wiped out, and his position not only got wiped out, but he leveraged $100 million 5 times to get the $500 million market cap. So he got wiped out like everything, right? And again, a bunch of people in crypto, they lose collectively about $100 million, right? So this signifies the importance of transparency and trust from transparency and trust from being regulated, right? So just that the next time that you try to park your money into a stable coin, everyone have to understand the type and the inner working of it. Yeah, starting from the highest one, right? The ones that are backed by U.S. Treasuries or fiat, yeah, which is Tether and USDC and others with a transparent and well audited report of the holding, right? Now, if you want to move and Thailand's THBT is in the similar category, yeah. Our user funds sit in a fixed deposit in SCB Bank, earning like 0.5% or something, right? Now moving down the risk curve, if you want to the ETHNA USDE, that's possible because also they run a basis trading, which is a type of trading to get on-chain yields, but it's very transparent holding. You know exactly where the funds are, where the positions are held, right? And if you move down from those risk curve into this type of walls, that where you deposit money and where you would know where it goes, that's where you get the highest risk there. And that sometimes, like in the Steam Finance, things happen and a bunch of people lose $100 million. So that's why you have to be careful about. Yeah.
Thank you for your answer. I think everyone who are in crypto or digital asset maybe experience some depegging or experience some loss in stablecoin. As you said, like moving down the risk curve, we have to find the transparency in on-chain and where the yield is coming from, right? Okay. Maybe come to the last question. We have about 7 minutes. I would like to ask about the vision that you see in the next 5 years of stablecoin programmable payments, either in like international, Asia, or even in Thailand. Let me ask from Queenie first.
Hi, I do see there is one aspect that I really want to mention is we're seeing regulations really picking up related to stablecoin and programmable money. So first, when we started introduce the concept of stablecoin back in 2014, not so many people know about stablecoin. And then it takes a long time, like from 2014 to 2020, where COVID-19 pandemics really happened, where it really find the real product market fit. So now everyone talking about stablecoin, programmable money. Especially after Genius Act happening in the US, a lot of countries in Asia Pacific is talking about how they are regulating stablecoin. And some of the countries, they are introducing the stablecoin regulations. For example, Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, and many, many countries coming up. So first, I think in the next 5 years, I'm gonna see, I think there are gonna be 3 main stages that we need to go through. So first, regulations. So first, it needs to be recognized, it needs to be classified, and it needs to be regulated in the right way. So we do see a lot of like different classifications for stablecoin, but in general, it's not deposits, it's not securities, and it's going to be a new form of digital money. And second step that I would like to mention is it's all about like adoption. I mean like finding the real world use case for it. Even like it's the USDT or local stablecoin, it needs to find the real users, real world use case that can really help the adoptions. So USDT, we always want to be like a settlement layer that can help to move money cross-border more easily. And last but not least, I would like to mention, it's the last stage is about interoperability. So it needs to be integrated with the traditional banking system. It's the extension, like it's the extended arm for the traditional banking system or digital wallet or whatever, like traditional business to help them to grow better. It doesn't meant to be compete with the traditional banking or financial system. Like for example, we do see it happen like right here in Thailand, where like True Money is actually coming from the digital wallet infrastructure and now adopting the new technology in order to make everything much faster, more reliable, and more inclusive for everyone. Yeah.
Thank you. Next คุณธนเดช
Yep. The question again. Vision, right?
Vision, yeah.
Okay.
Vision that you see in the next 5 years.
Oh,
As a J Venture and part of JMart, I think you also seeing a lot of things from
Okay.
the start.
So the vision in next 5 years, I think is a huge opportunity on the business. Just that I like the word say that the stablecoin is more like for small and medium business, the SME business that we can equipping something for as a tools for them to compete with the enterprise, the large company level. That is the first one, because I think that, for example, like if you like to do the application like True Money, you need a lot of regulation. You need a lot of money to do that. You need the e-money license and everything. But when you're dealing with the stablecoin, the USDT, the THBT, the HBK that we have, if you know something about the smart contract and everything, you can easily creating the next True Money wallet. Not a part of the money that you have a lot of money, but they allow the small people like one of the programmer who would like to do something big. It allow that. That's the first part for the small people. It makes small people bigger, from my point of view. But for the vision on the business, just like I say, right now we have the THBK as a programmable payment in our group. You can install our application called Joy Wallet, and you can swapping with the NFT coupon that can go eat Suki Tinoi, Ghoster, and a lot of partners that we have a partnership with. And you can buy the coffee using the QR code, the standard QR code. I wish that we have the standard or the QR code on that also. Yeah. And you can buy the mobile phone in the JMart mobile. And we have some of the discount for you guys also. That is a first vision, but I think it just not replacing the prompt pay. But we're going to create the vision. We're going to see a lot of financial products, the loan products that you will never see it. Like, for example, like you using other people collateral wallet to be your credit scoring, and they are backing or something with you, and you get some of the money. And if you're not doing the right repayment, they're going to deduct something on that. And everything is automatically using the smart contract logic. Just like I say the first part, that it allows the business thinker like us to think of something that we cannot achieve that. Yeah, that is my vision. And I hope to see a lot of fund loan and everything, but on top of the risk and the regulation have to come along together.
Thank you for your answer. And lastly, what is their vision for Ascendbit and True Money?
Can you bring that picture up?
Yeah.
Can you bring that the picture?
Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
give me a minute to show just one picture here, which pretty much capture my vision and also the reason that why we get up each morning to go to work, right? A month ago, I went to Token 2049. Perhaps some of you went as well, and we go join the Asia Stablecoin side meeting. On that meeting, I gather up a bunch of the stablecoin issuer in each of the Southeast Asian country, and then gather all up into a group. There's that one or two issuer in every country, right? So here I have. Here, this startup is the IDRX. They issue on several chains, but Indonesia doesn't have a regulation on that yet. But on Malaysia, last month, they just announced a stablecoin programmable payment regulation, and MYRC on Arbitrum, they are entering the chain, right? And here, PHPC, is from the coins.ph, a big exchange in Philippines, and they have completed and exited the sandbox already. So now they are praying and waiting for the regulator to grant the approval to go live. And talking about going live, in Singapore, which is ahead of the others, the StraightX, which is our True Money's friends, they make Singapore dollar peg token, which is approved and regulated by the MAS of Singapore, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, right? And of course, that's me. We are under a programmable payment sandbox. We are not a stablecoin, but we are testing its abilities. Now, imagine if all 5 of these people joins hand and create a bridge token that can be on the same chain. And on that chain, let's say, well, we'll meet at Ethereum mainnet, right? And on that chain, everyone can be just on Uniswap, right? And on the Uniswap, we can have each like meaning a Uniswap for or Uniswap backend, and each would have a tether USDT pairing between each coin. That means I can use True Money Wallet, which is used by 20 million users in Thailand. Go to here, this is the programmable payment feature, and move my money by my baht, 100 baht, 1-to-1 onto the THBT, and go to the swap page. Swap THBT, and in the background it runs THBT, USDT, and USDT to PHPC, right? And the user take the PHPC and off-ramp it 1-to-1 to Philippine peso, right? Now this done all in real time, all under the same swap site, all under the same house, right? This is the vision. Now, if you have this, who do you think will give a better service and better effects, better effect, less fees? Are you gonna choose this, or are you gonna choose Western Union? No offense, but that is TradFi with a lot of limitation, a lot of fees, a lot of effects. Right? So this is our vision of the future. And I would like to end by saying a quote is from Jesse Pollack, the founder of Base, is that from this, I think me and I think several of us here believe that being on-chain is like the next iteration of being online. Right, so that's our thinking.
Okay, thank you for all your answer. I believe we have about like maybe 5 more minutes before the end of the schedule. Anyone from the audience want to ask a question? We have about 5 minutes, so we can take about maybe 2 questions. Anyone? Yep. Please, maybe can you come up front, or I'm not sure if we have enough microphone for him. Yeah, you can project. I will repeat after you.
I'm with Ronin Network. Ronin, right.
The microphone is coming, yeah.
Hello. Hi, I'm with Ronin Network. I'm the VP of Security at Ronin, which is based in Vietnam. And I was curious to see how we could attract the stablecoins and all 5 of you guys onto the Ronin Network.
Right. Well, the PHPC is on Ronin Network, right? Because understandably, a lot of Filipinos, they play a lot of GameFi, and a lot of GameFi is on Ronin, right? So I think with under regulation, every bridge have to be reviewed, that they go to a chain with good governance control and enough decentralization and this and that. But I think the future of programmable payment token, it will be multi-chain, and if there is a user demand of a lot of activities on that chain, then definitely they would be creating a bridge onto those chains. ครับ
Let me add up something because what we are doing, the THBK that we have, we are actually bridging in a multi-chain already. We're starting from Cup chain, the BitCup one, and we're bridging to our local chain called Jeffin chain. So I think it's possible in the term of the sandbox, but I think if we expanding the sandbox, the multiple chain is not that hard to achieve.
Yep. Okay, thank you. Would you like to add?
Just trying because
She's bridging everywhere, so.
Just want to add one sentence here that there's an ongoing discussion between Tyler and Ronin, currently talking to Bailey, right? So we kind of like a little bit selective in terms of the blockchain networks that we work with to make sure that it also, like both sides will also meet like certain criteria in terms of adoption, securities, compliance, etc. in order to move it forward. So just want to provide a little bit from Tyler's perspective.
Okay, thank you. Anyone? Okay, the second one. Maybe the last question.
Hi, thank you. I just come back from Hong Kong FinTech Week, where basically all the banks, all the TradFi players are also launching, stablecoins, working on frameworks, this and that. So I'm wondering, how do we, the Web3 players, like that have been in the crypto space for a while, how do we fight against this new wave of TradFi coming and I guess they're going to try to kind of take over the kind of things we've been building for the last few years?
I think this question may be for Queenie, right?
Yes, I do see a lot of similar questions coming from my partners, our partners as well. So I think TradFi companies always have their strengths in terms of they know regulations, they know how to compliance, they have full resources with them, and they have the strong distribution network that has been established for a long time. Whereas on another side, the Web3 crypto blockchain projects, they also have their own strengths in terms of they know, like for example, they kind of like familiar with the space. They always forefront in terms of the technology. They know how it works. So let me give you an example of what's happening in Vietnam to better understanding how it is. So Vietnam, we tried introducing the resolution for digital assets where we allow 5 licenses for the centralized exchange. However, the required capital is massive, like $400 million in order to get the license for centralized exchange. And with that required capital, not so many players in the market can actually launch the centralized exchange. So only big financial institutions, holdcos, big conglomerates can do that. Of course, they can do that, but they don't know how to do it. They never run the centralized exchange. Similar like to other things, they never do like on-ramp service provider. They don't know how to on-ramp like local currency to USDT and vice versa. They don't know how decentralizations work. They don't know like non-custodial wallet, custodial wallet. It's all new terms to them. So I think there's a real opportunity here where there's the need from each side to collaborate with each other in order to really help the adoption, try to be compliant with the upcoming regulations, and also capture the upcoming momentum of how digital assets will work in the countries.
Quick add to that. Well, True Money is a TradFi. We are regulated fintech under a big CP conglomerate. Now, TradFi entering, it means we will bring 1, liquidity, and 2, we will bring millions of users onto Web3 space. So this will encourage growth and mass adoption among the users. So I would say that is the way. Yeah.
Okay. So I think our time is up. So let's give a loud applause for our three of our speaker. And thank you for today for listening. And maybe see you on the outside. Thank you.